There we go. Video started. All right, guys. So here we are, the Three Musketeers, guys. I got Josh over here, and I got Corey over here, and we're coming at you with a short video. Just basically talking to you about, a lot of people see our trucks, see the builds, and they're like, what do you do with the trucks? Where do you go with the trucks? And that's so cool. They're impressed by it. They love it. They enjoy it. We do it with passion. We do it for a purpose. We do it for a reason. We do it to get on the road. We do it to enjoy, travel, see things, go places, and definitely be prepared for emergencies. That's our goal at the end of the day. We're doing it to really be there for ourselves and for others while we're out on the road. But we build these trucks so we're not, we're not like naked. We have what we need if we get into a problem, and we can help ourselves. I think that's how I look at it, how I view when I build my truck. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, everything that I put in to my vehicle is mostly to help people. And then probably like 40% of it is just to be able to get out in the middle of nowhere. Get out to the point where no one can find you, which is difficult now with GPS and everything else that we have, but there's different ways around that too. But continually trying to figure out, it's a big game of Tetris is what it turns into, is trying to figure out which parts are going to work with which other parts to be able to get what you want out of the vehicle. For me, it's mostly about just driving and helping people wherever I go. But I mean, if you're building a rig just to get out in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to need 30 tourniquets. You're going to need, more gear for making sure that you have good water supply, making sure that you have food supply, making sure that you can contact somebody if you need to, which is huge.
So communication is a big thing, right?
Huge.
So when you travel, and we're thinking about it, I mean, it seems like we are in like a first world country, not a third world country, but you go many places that are very affluent and you'll be without service just because there's no cell towers and people don't want them there, or you're going in a lot. If you travel across the country, you'll find yourself in a lot of desolate areas without any service, where you can get in trouble and help is very far and away.
Yeah.
And if you can't help yourself and you are unable to communicate with somebody and have some kind of a way of communication, then you're in trouble. So for communication, what do you think about communication as far as radios? What would you recommend people should have in their car, Josh?
It's really important. It depends. Depends on your level of training. It depends on what you do. I have a ham radio in my vehicle, which I use professionally and which I can use personally. I can dial into any frequency. So when I'm with others that may have other setups, whatever frequency they're on, I can match that so we have some sort of common communication. You need to know who your tribe is. Who will you need to reach when something goes wrong? Can you reach emergency services, who is on certain channels on a ham radio, for example, and on a GMRS radio and other radios, even a CB radio, there's reserve channels for emergency communications. At least have that. If you're with others, make sure that you're able to reach them. If you have a way to call home, that's the best. But when things break bad, all the services potentially could go down, which means there is no 911, there's no one to call, it's you. So working on the other end of 911, when someone calls for help, I'm 911. So I'm very much in that mentality of everything I bring is everything I need, and anything I don't bring, I don't have. And that's absolutely how I apply when I'm in my own vehicle. Everything I'm gonna need, communications, medical, whatever else I'm gonna need, I make sure I have it, and then I have a little bit extra just in case. Food, water, always prepared for those contingencies. So if all services go down for at least 72 hours, I'm completely and totally self-sufficient with no resupply. And then beyond that, God forbid, if something continues, you have to think a little bit bigger. But no matter what, take care of yourself first, and then provide for those that are with you and around you.
So other than ham radios and GMRS radios, so for those of you who are unfamiliar with radio communication systems, family radio services, walkie-talkies and things like that, you should get into it, look into it. It's very interesting, and you probably want to be prepared and have it ready on hand, but you need to know how to use it, obviously. And you start simple. You start with walkie-talkies, FRS radios, family radio services, you can jump up to mobile systems and ham radios and other things. What are our other options? One, so Corey and I on our trucks, we have a cell booster. So you'll have areas where you just have just a one bar, and it really is not going to make that call. But if you have that cell booster, it'll boost that signal just a little bit. It'll reach that close enough antenna. It'll grab you another bar or two that you can actually get a call out. Okay, so it's not 100%. It works, doesn't work, but it's better than not having it. It's just like a redundancy to a system. I think that's how I look at it.
Yeah, it is.
I look at it as a redundancy. I don't trust it.
That's right.
I do have everything else, so we use it as just a backup.
Yeah, you bring up a great point too, is that a lot of the cell phones now you can make text communications, GPS through satellites. But I used that in the summer and tried it, and it's very iffy. Even using a sat phone is iffy. Like, you might have it, but if it's cloud cover, you're not getting a signal through. And if you're in trouble, that's not going to work. You're going to have to find some other way to get help.
That's a bad time to find out it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's exactly when you're going to find out, when you break down and you don't have it,
Right.
and now you need to dial out and nothing works. So a backup to a backup to a backup. We talked about ham radios, GMRS radios. We talked about family, service radios, FRS, and walkie-talkies, or direct connect. All those direct link that are available now, they're very similar to the old Nextel systems. So these we carry. These are great to have. Got to be charged, got to be ready, got to have somebody else with a radio that you can call to, or on your plan. There's one more thing that I rely on for communication, and it's really reliable. And I've been on the road a lot, and I go on the road a lot, and I rely on it, and it allows me to do all my business, which is the Starlink.
Yeah.
Great.
Starlink is great. I got the Starlink right on my front windshield. It's mobile, and it's costly, but to me, paying that monthly bill for having Wi-Fi and access to network, all I need is open sky, and I have the ability to connect with my cell phone, do my emails, do communication, do whatever I want to do. I think the Starlink has been such a breakthrough and such a help, because I've been sitting in the desert and I've been sitting in desolate locations across the country, and that Starlink, man, was everything. I was able to just like completely communicate.
Even when you're moving, it works.
No, it's amazing.
In motion.
So cool.
We go to Death Valley every year, which is about as remote as it gets.
Yeah.
There is no help coming. There is no cellular. There is nothing.
Right.
And it's hot, and you're by yourself. And if you're alone and you break down, your survivability is based on how much water you have on board. When that runs out, that's it. The clock runs out.
Right.
Yeah.
We have the Starlink every time that we go out. We have 5 or 6 people sharing it.
Nice.
It's fast. It's brilliant. It's easy to set up. I mean, it really works. And for that monthly cost, the peace of mind it brings is second to none.
I think so. Yeah, you just said that. You just touched it. A peace of mind. That's what it does. I mean, it's costing. I got the full program, so I think it's about $165 a month. But I mean, to me, it's worth it. I mean, if I can make contact, if I can reach people, if I can get help, or I can conduct my business anywhere, then it pays for itself.
100%.
So that's
all these things too. You had mentioned that a lot of these are expensive. They are. A lot of this stuff is expensive, but you pay for what you get. If you don't go with the good stuff, then it's not going to work. If there's something going on, if there's some sort of an event or something you got to get away from, if your vehicle doesn't work, if your comms aren't going to work, you got to always try to figure out what that next bad thing that could happen, which will come your way, essentially.
Yeah, and we find out when it breaks, right?
Well, the most important thing is being able to let someone else know that you need help.
Yes.
So whatever your system is, if it's a sat phone, if it's a GMRS, if you're able to, if it's the ham, if it's the Starlink, as long as you can get a message to emergency services where you are and that you need help, and then everything fails, you're good. Just stay put, they're coming.
Yes.
They know where you are, and
Stay
they
put.
are coming. Having been on the other end of that, on the receiving end of those calls many times, you know, we feel such a sense of urgency. We know someone's trapped on a mountain, in a river, or hanging off a bridge. We've done it all. We are coming for sure, and we'll try to call you back. We can't call you. We don't that. Oh, we can't call him back. We're done.
Right.
Right.
We're coming.
Right.
So
Yeah.
just being able to, even if it's a text message, just being able to get the message out to emergency services can save your life.
So with that, guys, so we talked about communication, how important it is, and how many ways you can go about having a redundancy and a backup to a backup to a backup, so you're kind of covered. Another very important thing, there's few, and we're not going to cover them all in one session, in one video, but the next thing that I would consider very important that we get to use a lot, you know, other than having food and water for long-term survival and a way to sleep and shelter or bug out with our vehicle, is having first responder gear, EMS gear. We always get into needing to help somebody, whether it's a car accident, somebody breaks down, something happens. So having key important gear for certain situations on the road, I think first aid, stop the bleed, all that good stuff, we need to have it. You got to have it available to you. One, whether or not you got trapped in your own car and you can't move, it's got to be within reach. It's got to be in reach for your passengers. It's got to be in reach for you to grab and go or give somebody that they can go ahead and give help to somebody else. So I think first aid, I think to me is a priority.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And training. I think training is important.
Absolutely.
You're gonna carry that gear. You want to know how to use it. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not saying go become an EMT. I'm not saying go become a paramedic, but at least take a first aid course. Take a stop the bleed course. Do a CPR course. AD. Have whatever it is you're gonna carry. Know how to use it. How to deploy it. How to help somebody. And if you don't, and you have it with you, and you call somebody and you say, "Hey, do you know how to use it? Here you go. I have it." Well, that can also help. What do you think?
Yeah, it's essential.
Yeah.
And that knowledge is easy to get. You know, if you want to go and get certified and licensed, then that's wonderful. But you can get the basic gear that is enough to at least stop the bleed, at least stabilize your situation. You can watch YouTube, you can take classes from people who know what they're doing. It's not so exotic to acquire that level of knowledge. And you think about, well, if I'm in the wood, like what's going to happen to me? A lot.
Yeah.
You could trip over a rock and cut an artery, and now you're within 90 seconds of bleeding out, and that's the end of the story. And if you don't have a tourniquet and you don't know where it is and you don't know how to use it, that simple $25 little plastic device can save your life.
Yeah.
So it's just having enough to be able to stabilize the most common situations and call for help and be stable enough to wait for help or get to help depending on the situation can be life-saving. So don't sleep on those skills.
Yeah, absolutely. One more thing. What would you think that is the next thing that is important for us to have with us in the vehicle?
Well, water first. Always.
Always have water.
Always have water. If anything happens, water is almost always needed. But water, tourniquets, stop bleed, basic tools, knife, fork, things that you can be able to start a fire with. Very important to be able to keep yourself warm or someone else if you need to.
So why don't we categorize it? So if we looked at non-survival gear yet, but I would look at having in your vehicle, I think essential, is the tools that can help you if you break down.
Yeah.
What do I mean by that?
Yeah.
What are tools that if we break down? A battery jump, cables, and towing straps, and ability to winch yourself out of a situation. These are the things that I'm referring to. The basic tools.
Yeah.
You know, change a tire, a flat tire, or plug a tire. Are you able to plug a tire?
Do you know
Can
how?
you
Yeah.
inflate your tire? Do you have what it is to inflate your tire? If you don't have a built-in compressor on your truck, then you probably want to get those small portable ones.
Yeah, I got it.
They're not that. They're not.
Yeah,
No.
I've got one right now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Quickly, you can just plug it in. You charge it to USB, and then you can plug it in, and you can inflate your tire.
Absolutely.
You plug your tire, knowing how to plug your tire, and making sure that you have all the tools necessary to actually, change a flat tire, jump your truck,
Yep.
assess problems, see if there's a code, if it's something that you can resolve. Do you have access to tools or things that can actually overcome or make you understand what it is that's going on with your vehicle?
Yeah.
That you can actually probably go to using your Starlink, go on YouTube and Google and find out what it is you can do right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's ways today, so much with technology to help you solve a problem, that it's out there. It's within reach. Okay, you just got to be prepared. I think bottom line here is about the prepared and the ready mindset. And a lot of you, I think, that are not able to put it all out in one shot and set up a vehicle like what we do, but you do it in small little increments, small little EMS kit, okay? An idea with communication, like walkie-talkies, just something you can leave with somebody or give somebody, and where you communicate if you break away from each other and somebody's going to get gas with a 5-gallon, he's going to walk for about a mile or so. So you have at least communication or something.
Or what about something simple like smoke?
Yeah.
I have many smoke grenades in my vehicle. Why do I need them? If I'm trying to bring help to me, if I know a helicopter's coming into me and I'm in a dense wooded area, they're not going to see me easily from the air. I pop that smoke, I toss it out, can be seen for miles.
Signaling devices, yep.
It's very,
Road
very
flare.
important.
Yeah,
Road
road
flares.
flares are super
Absolutely.
bright.
Super
Yep.
bright.
Many ways that you can signal and mark yourself for emergency vehicles or anybody up above looking for you when you're stranded, flying over you or anything else. They'll know, identify, and then they'll come and get you. Okay, they're gonna send help for you. So signaling, road kits, preparedness kits, that's all good.
Big white sheet you can keep also to be able to signal people, or a bright yellow sheet.
They
or a
have
bright
orange ones in the military, so they have the orange and pink that you can mark with. They're very bright. They can actually be seen from up above and from a distance, and they are signaling help. It's an SOS message. Here I am. Come find me. Come get me.
Yep.
These are good ways of communicating. So learning about all that, I mean, doesn't take much, but it's very important that we start doing those things and making sure that our car is not empty, that we have what we need to do to take care of ourselves. Bug out bag. A bug out bag is something that you probably want to keep in your truck. That I'm talking about the simple stuff, the change of clothes, the boots if it's raining, or the warm clothes if it's cold, something to change into so you're not, if you're wet or things like that keep you warm. If your car won't start, you're stranded in the cold or the environment or whatever that is. So just a bug out bag, what to put in a bug out bag, and you want to have it in the trunk of the car. So if you need to separate and walk away, leave your car and walk about 10, 15 miles. One, can you do it? Did you ever do it? Maybe not 15, but maybe 10, but that will get you into a town, get you to a house, a place where you can actually make contact with people, civilization. There's many ways about going about what you should have in your car, especially if you have kids, family. And I would also recommend, there's no such thing. I mean, I keep it all the time. I got the cooler, and I'll have a cooler next to me, and there's always snacks or things that you can actually keep that energy going. Because if you lose energy, you lose calories, and you got nothing to eat, okay, eventually your body and your brain start like failing. Things start failing, and your morale goes down, and your energy goes down, and you start getting stressed out, and everything elevates, and it works against you. So if you have the water, and if you have your snacks and the beef jerky and whatever it is you like to snack on, the protein bars, and they're ready to deploy, that's going to give you time to survive, time to wait until somebody comes to you.
And to tie all those together, if you're in inclement weather, if it's anything other than the middle of summer, at night it gets cold. And if you're wet, you're really cold. Just having a change of socks and a fresh shirt to just get dry changes your whole outlook on life. If you're wet, your energy is being just sucked away from you faster than you can imagine. You're trying to walk, you're trying to get help, your boots are wet, your body's wet, you're hungry, you're miserable. Just being able to go in your bag, change that out, put on dry clothes, dry socks, changes your whole outlook on the world. Maybe a sleeping bag. If you're not planning to sleep in your vehicle, but if you break down and you're stuck somewhere and you have to wait overnight for help and it drops to 50, 40 degrees and you don't have a sleeping bag, you'll be extremely uncomfortable. You'll wake up tired and just drained. You won't have the energy to be able to save yourself. Something as small as a sleeping bag, which can be thrown in a pack or behind something, can change your entire reality, give you a good night's sleep, keep you warm. So none of these things are hard. And you probably have most of this stuff already.
Yeah.
Just have it where you need it.
And you know, it's so funny because I just got it. I just received it, a heating blanket. But I'll tell you what, because I'm referring to a very important piece of apparatus, of equipment that I also think it's very important to have. So we rely on our phones and everything else, and it needs to be charged. Imagine your car is dead. You got no power. You got no source of way of charging things, and they're dying quick. And you're trying to buy yourself a 24-hour period. You're just trying to get through a night. You're trying to get to that next morning. An external source of energy, a battery, a solar system that charges a battery, any kind of MOFI device or anything else that can charge your devices. So I have, and there's many different systems. I'm not sponsoring anybody, and I have a large Blue Eddy system, and this will last me for a few days.
Yeah.
And I'm able to charge many things and also run a heated blanket if I want to with the truck off. Okay, I can also run the Starlink and power the Starlink with it. So having an external source of energy where you can charge devices, we take it for granted. But boy, when you need it and your device is dead and you don't have your ability to get on your phone and make contact just because you don't have power and it's dead, I think that is very important.
And it can be very simple. The system he has is a little bit more advanced system. They make these little USB charging bricks. We've seen them. They're $20 on Amazon.
Yeah.
That will charge your phone 3 or 4 or 5 times potentially. Your phone is your lifeline, assuming you have communications and the cellular's working.
Yeah.
That is how emergency services will learn you're in trouble. It can send your exact location so they can find you. They can call you back to get updates. That is your lifeline in most cases. If that goes dead, you really can screw yourself. That $20 little battery from Amazon that you use once every quarter that sits in your bag can be a life-saving piece of equipment. So just think about the what ifs.
Yes.
If I'm in trouble and all I have to save myself and to call in help is my cell phone, and then that goes dead, now what am I gonna do? And my vehicle's off and I can't charge. That simple little thing can be life-saving as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, there's so much more. I think there's a lot more we can talk
So
about. I
much
mean, we
more.
can go forever and give you so many more ideas as far as what we do. We are, yes, you can call us the extreme of being ready, prepared, trained, and we do this. So we're out there, we experience things, we learn what we need, we improve, we change, we update gear all the time. Just because we've been there, we've seen it, we've seen what failed, we've seen what worked, we've seen what saved our butt in situations and what helped others. So this is what we enjoy. So when you see our trucks and it's like, oh, what do you do with that? We do what we love to do. Okay, it's a passion. You got to love being outdoors. Look at this. We're just about 24 hours before a blizzard coming.
Yeah.
We're about to get another foot of snow and severe weather here in New York, and we're just having a blast.
Yeah.
And we're getting together. We are going to do this for the next 24 hours. We're going to prep. We're going to work on gear. We are having fun. We're doing like a get-togethers of boys and toys and going over gear and planning trips.
Yeah.
And these are the things that we're kind of looking at right now. And it's fun doing it with these guys over here. These are awesome guys over here. And we wanted to bring you some information that maybe will inspire you to do your own thing. Maybe we'll get you off your butt and say, hey, what do I do to prepare? How do I prepare? I'm not talking about preparing for war. I'm not talking about anything that has to do with defensive stuff. I'm talking about just being prepared as a human being, as a person, as a family, having the must-have things in your car.
Yeah.
Some food, some water, some EMS gear, some communication, redundancy for battery, road hazard and tools in order to actually self-help yourself. Bottom line.
You too can be the people that are giggling when everybody runs to the store to buy milk and butter
At the last
at
minute.
the last second.
You know, it's so
None of
funny you
that's
said
gonna
that.
help.
We got to go get milk and butter later today.
Hey.
We got to make our run to the supermarket. The blizzard is coming.
Love it.
It's about being ready. But I think from us, this is just a tryout video, guys. We're just playing, and we don't even know how well this is recorded.
Yeah.
I'm doing this with the iPhone, but the sun was out. The view is great. So I wanted to bring out a little short video. Well, it's not so short, probably 20 minutes now, right? But we're having a blast, and I hope you do too back there when you're watching us. Much love to you guys. Much love. Take care of yourself. Peace out. Be safe at the blizzard. I hope you go out there and get somebody inspired, help somebody, be kind, do the right thing. Much love from me.
Much love. God bless.
Respect. And
Respect.
as always, be in the asset column. That's where you want to remain.
Yes.
That's
be
right.
In the asset column.
Yes.
Absolutely. With that, peace out, guys. We're disconnecting. See you guys on. Bye-bye. Poke.